smoke rule seb giftaf. Korvainaba or in Ariso Sabahu. Rupu and Hatem to Giftanu Nebeje. Korvain say hard Jerim to Jeritu. Mitra, take my Tata and Tehuti. Ramidunite, Diabonitu, Abanitu. Interacting on the spirits, the Ikin, the Bagua, Chien, Kun, Chen, Sun, Li, Ka, Tui, Ken, Dwa, Dao. Interacting on the spirits, the Tarot, the major arcana and minor arcana, the Wahoo, the air, the earth, fire, and the water. Dwanite, Dwao to my Shepsu. Dwao to you. Peace, peace, y'all. We're back. It's Monday. It's the next day. Yeah, I'm I guess I'm a day late, but I think I might be reclaiming my Sundays back for me, certain times. Certain Sundays I'm going to do for me. Yeah, I think that's a thing right about now. So yeah, we are here. It is Monday, and we have some readings to do. All right, so yeah, this weekend's interesting. You know what I mean? Weekend, I've been learning so much, man. It's like, yeah, do not neglect meditating and contemplation, alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, get with yourself, man. You're like, I really understand the value of being alone sometimes, like even if you are around people, make it a thing to get by yourself, do things by yourself, because when you're by yourself is when the lessons of life come. So you can't get those lessons when you up around folk, doing stuff, and you got people in your ear, and you got this and that. Now you gotta get to a place where, it's just you and your Shepsu, and, you start hearing them, and they start breaking stuff down to you. You know what I mean? When you get, dreams, and then are you meditating on your stuff? It's like, yeah, there's no substitute for intuition. Intuition is the greatest knowledge. That's that stuff that's coming from your higher spheres, coming to teach you, and, there's no substitute for that. Well, I mean, the substitute would be what we're talking about here. Stop playing with me. Yeah, funny. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this would be the substitute for intuition, right? Divination, talking to God through, the means of an oracle. But, yeah. Something came to me about how the ancestors really are looking to us to make changes in the DNA, right? Through our living, right? Through the way that we live our day to day, the ancestors are looking to make changes. See, the ancestors lived, I have some ancestors who, with some bad folks. I got some ancestors, man, if I start to break it down, man, like, I got a reason to smile. But, some of my ancestors was like ruthless, and I find that they're looking to me. They appreciate certain things about my person where it comes to compassion, certain things that they didn't have, and they're looking to me to kind of correct that within the DNA structure of, of the bloodline, so that, when they come back, this is more what they'll have access to. It's like we go to the inner planes and we realize how messed up we was when we was on Earth. You know what I mean? How, life was, something that we some of us, we didn't take everything into account. And then we go on the other side, and it's like, oh, and they get it, and and then yeah, what I'm finding is that some of my ancestors are like, they're urging me to, uh, get more in the realm of compassion for others, to operate through that faculty of compassion, which is ma'at, you know. What I mean? Just deep revelations, man. Deep stuff, man. Make sure you get your meditations on, man. I'm telling you. It's a reason why we do this, man. But yeah, man, it's all about, that, in biology it's called epigenetics. So this would be like that spiritual epigenetics, where changes are made in the memory, right, of what we are and what we do, the DNA of who it is and what we are, and how that comes through the descendancy, yeah, man, deep stuff. All right, y'all, so we gonna read for the week. All right, let's see, anything else I need to say? Oh, let me say thank you to the folks that's subscribing. Thank you, to the folks that's been liking the videos and making comments, man. That's that's like the lifeblood of YouTubers. So I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely thank y'all so much for liking and subscribing to the videos, for leaving comments, man. Let me know what you think, talking to each other, whatever, what I mean? Definitely appreciate y'all. This is information here that not a lot of people are doing. Shekim got a channel. Go check out his channel. It's around there. You Google his name or YouTube his name, and that comes up. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like only him and me. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I mean? I like to be rare. I like to be among the rarities of, the planet. But it's all good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind. It's enough. Of this information. It's enough for y'all, for all of us. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind if more people talk me do Nater. You know what I mean? I'm not stingy. You know what I'm saying? Who says I gotta be amongst the only? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Anyway, let's get to reading. All right, here we go. This is for the week, folks. This is for our week. We got Nekabet Tuchas. Nekabet Tuchas. All right, Nekabet Tu is in the house. Sebek, how did I know this was coming? Negabet, Sebek 2, right? Chas, right? Okay. Nekabet to Chas, Sebek to Chas. Interesting. Tuchas. Sebek. 1 week of Sebek cycle left. And then we're about to go into this eclipse at the end of a week, right? This is what, the 1st? So there's an eclipse coming, right? We got one more. Interesting. I wrote Sebek to change. Some part oracular there. I'm gonna leave right there. Put a plus sign. Sebek to change. What's that about? I don't know. Yes, I do. This is something about change. Something about change. Sebek to change. Ah, okay. All right. So Nekabet. Nekabet is in the house, and you need Sebek to change. Interesting. So Nekabet is the cool or cold aspect of the life force, right? There's Wajet, which is the hot electropositive. There's Nekabet, which is the cold electronegative aspect of our, this is like energy. This is energy stuff. So Nekabet is like the energy of coldness. You know what I mean? And, coldness in the head, in the, like coldness in the mind is like depression. Like, depression. Nekabet can be linked with depression. You know what I mean? Also, thoughts that are on the lower ebb, right? Low vibrational kind of thoughts. You know what I mean? People in a low vibrational kind of situation, like, people who are down and out. You know what I mean? Hidden people who are hiding things inside themselves, or, hiding things around in the area, right? Low lives, right? Nekabet governs low lives, low stuff, right? So Nekabet is a condition that needs to be changed, right? Sebek to change, right? So there is a mantra tape that you could probably get at kemeticlegacy.com that that deals with the purification. It's a Sebek mantra, but it's just like a Sebek purification mantra. So yeah, I would suggest that the folk, seek that out, because that's on the table, with this Nekabet. See, Nekabet, that's an energy you got to change. Nekabet is like, the opposite of Heru, right? Heru, or in terms of energy, right? Heru is, bright life force energy, vitality, what I mean? It's being up, what I mean? Whereas Nekabet is the depressing of, that's like the cloud that hangs over top of the individual, makes the person depressed, makes the energy depressed, that type of thing, right? So, yeah, don't shy away from your exercise this week, what I mean? Keep your energy up, right? But Sebek, this has to do with the thoughts, Sebek is about the thoughts. So this is about making the thoughts right? There's something to do with changing through the way we think, changing the way we think, changing our thoughts, the way that we think, low vibration. Folks in a low vibration, man. This is like, yeah, open the way. You got to change that. Got to change some things in terms of how we are, vibing out here. The thoughts that we are choosing to navigate our way. The thoughts that we've latched hold to as our beliefs, as our, this is what I do kind of thing. Sometimes, that's not based on truth. Sometimes it's based on, someone being in a low vibration and, communicating a thought to you that you were receptive to. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's your own low vibration, no thoughts, etc. Yeah. All right, let's go to the I Ching. Open stress, close. Open stress, close, close. Open stress, close, closed. Close, open, closed, open, open stress, close, open stress. All right, interesting. Okay, so we have 32 into the 14. Very, very interesting. All right, 32. Duration, the hexagram of duration, going into the hexagram of possession in great measure. Okay. So the 32 is how things endure, right? How do we bring things to endure, right? The analogy is of the sun and the moon, right? The sun, we can be sure that the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Even if the clouds are up, there's going to be a sun behind those clouds, right? We're going to be sure that the moon, even if it's in this low point of the cycle where you can't see it, you know it's up there, right? It's going to do its thing regardless. So that's like life. In life, we have to be enduring. We have to do things in a way that we endure, right? So we have the first line and the top line. And so this is about consistency, right? Being consistent, staying on go, stuff like that. Let's see where we at here. Okay, striving for constancy too hastily results in misfortune. Such a course not advantageous. All right, this is the first line of constancy, enduring. Okay, those things in nature which are enduring develop gradually and consistently. Nothing which develops quickly is durable. Consider, for instance, trees growing in comparison with swamp plants. Furthermore, if one tries to help things grow by stretching them, one soon destroys them. Only proper cultural activities are beneficial. Regrettably, most of these persons will strive for quick results by taking shortcuts. These individuals are likely to be egotistical, conceited, opinionated, and impetuous, and thereby, on the whole, unable to make correct and proper evaluations. The most auspicious, a few will know how to judge actual situations and make appropriate plans before taking action, and therefore will be able to achieve modest results and a good life. Least auspicious, he will be too impetuous and not content with their lives, will tend to act without due deliberation, and will encounter hindrances in whatever they try. Okay, for the officer and official, he will not be trusted or respected by his ruler or manager and will experience many trying situations. It will be difficult for him to find due recognition. This is business and professional. For ordinary people, he will tend to be frequently unreasonable with bad results. By keeping quiet, he can avoid difficulties. All right, so this is about being impetuous, right? This is about, doing too much, right? This is about, jumping the gun, right? Being a little bit too much, too soon, seeking too much, trying to do too much, too soon, right? And thereby, messing up your reputation, sullying yourself in the eyes of others, kind of thing, being too hasty, getting a reputation for being too hasty. Right? And then there's the top line. All right? A constancy of nervous agitation results in misfortune. You know what? Let me do this before we go to the next line. All right, let's talk to the Shechem or Shechem version of the council. Real quick, so we can get a full, like the cross-reference when we do E-King readings, because it's the best thing to do. Almost there, folks, almost there. All right, okay. All right, line 1. You receive this line when you tend to be impatient for things to go well or maintain their harmony without proper deliberation about the measures that must be taken by you and others to achieve the goal. You might need to work on your reasoning powers and or your impatience and or fearfulness that might be covertly driving impatience, aggressiveness, and anger, and might be derailing your reason. So, see the above recommendations. This is, when someone is not still within, when someone is not, content, right? And they start doing stuff, out of impatience, out of, trying to see a result, when, the result will come. They just need to be patient and wait for it. So this is a lack of patience here. This is a lack of patience. This is when you screw things up through a lack of patience. All right. All right. So now we go to the 6th line of the same hexagram. All right. Which is hexagram 32. A constancy of nervous agitation results in misfortune. This line reflects the most extreme state of impatience and agitated behavior. So this is again, right? This person cannot wait for a natural sequence of events to take place and is constantly striving for hasty culmination and foreknowledge of final results instead of relying on proper analysis, good judgment, and experience. For the most auspicious, okay, so let's establish that. So basically, these two lines are very similar. So this is a situation this week where, if these things aren't, handled, right, there's an opportunity that's going to be missed here, right? So for the most auspicious, he will be wise and strong enough to curb and overcome his natural propensity toward recklessness and agitation. He will control his impatience within due limits, and the result will be an average life with few troubles. For the least auspicious, he will be unable to curb his eagerness and recklessness. He will try to do good occasionally, but on the whole will accomplish little. Sometimes he will display unseemly behavior and as a result have trouble with his superiors. For everyone, a year of impatient and rash actions with no fruitful results. All right, so for the keynotes, for line 1, it's do not seek lasting results hastily. And for line 6 is indecisiveness is dangerous. This is according to the True and Sherelle book, right? Do not be hasty, is line 1 again. Allow things to develop according to their nature. Line 6, indecisiveness, especially in position of authority, will result in nothing worthwhile being accomplished. Sometimes even a wrong decision with resulting in some action is better than no decision at all. All right, so, okay, yeah. All right, let's talk to the book here. Shagham's book on this top line. Okay. You receive this line when you need to cultivate inner composure, particularly in the face of adversity. See the top line of its reciprocal, the 42nd hexagram. Okay. So, this is all the same message. This is, too much. Someone's doing too much, trying to be too much, trying to do too much, too soon, too early. Type of thing, you know what I mean? And, the remedy is really in being content, chilling the heck out, right? This person is not chilling the heck out, right? Right? They are, moved, you know what I'm saying? And so they're messing up, right? But this goes into the 42nd hexagram. So, there is something about this, like, basically, it looks like, if you don't attend to this, right? Or I should say, if you do attend to this thing of, not being so, agitated, right? Then you have a chance to get some abundance here. This is, 14. 14 is possession in great measure, right? Great possessing, amassing, according to the True and Sherelle book, right? Great possessing, supreme success. These auspicious persons are endowed with great perspicacity. All right? Light and clarity are above, with creative strength below. While the previous hexagram represented fellowship and brotherhood on earth, those born under this hexagram, through proper development, can achieve much fellowship in spiritual matters. Thus, the creative power within these individuals expresses itself in a graceful and cultured way. Possessing and amassing naturally follow the acquisition of great inner spiritual power. All right? The degree will vary depending on the degree of spiritual development Period. The path is not smooth or easy, and some setbacks may occur. In general, those with this hexagram as their base will be blessed and will be better, and will have a better than average life. Yeah, this is possessions, right? This is richness, right? This will come from being in accord with heaven and gladly carrying out the divine will, which is affirmed by love and goodness and by the curbing of evil. So this is a spiritual thing, as well, right? It's just like, possessing things. Well, okay, so generically the hexagrams will speak like if there's a big check waiting for you, and it ain't got nothing to do with spirituality. Sometimes you're gonna see the 14th hexagram. You know what I mean? So it's gonna basically point to something that is big. This is basically saying, don't be impetuous this week. That's what this week is about. Don't do too much this week. You got something coming. There is blessing. It's, don't mess up your blessing. You know what I'm saying? By doing too much, too soon, too early, being too much, too quickly. That's basically what's going on here. But yeah, further explanation of this particular hexagram, it goes into, the spirituality of things. You know what I mean? This is, possessing in great measure is about, possessing inner knowledge, right? Inner understanding. You know what I mean? So, yeah. On some levels, this is going to be this thing. This is going to be the week, right? For some people. Some people are going to be able to still out and be cool and receive, possession in terms of, some revelation. Some level of spiritual enrichment will come through your, not being impetuous. You're probably going to have certain challenges that you're going to deal with the correct way, right? Through your thinking, right? Through, through correcting your thinking, that is, right? So, yeah, this is good stuff, right? Let's read the judgment in the I Ching praxis. The 14th hexagram is composed of Li over Chien, which reverses the position of the trigrams of the 13th hexagram. In the 14th hexagram, clarity of perception and insight guides the strength of Chien. Clarity of perception. Okay, so we're working on the way that we're perceiving things, right? That's Sebek, right? What are we gathering from the things that we see, right? The combination of attributes is a part of the makeup of the sage. This combination of attributes is a part of the makeup of the sage. He or she leads others through truth as opposed to strength. By inculcating the 11 laws of the Spirit into the people, they are strengthened to persevere in righteous actions that lead to personal and social prosperity and wealth. Without the spiritual laws, efforts to achieve wealth and its disposal will be fraught with evil. Okay, so this is about putting the spiritual laws in, right? So yeah, this is with that Sebek. Again, Sebek is about what you're doing with your mind in order to open your way, right? So this is, with Nekabet coming, with Sebek there, this is about a purification of the thoughts, purification of the belief system, right? To open your way to great possessions, spiritually or materially, right? So yeah, I say, tend to that and look to, I won't say look to, but there could be, right? Put it like that, because don't get into anticipating. Oh, if I do this, then I'll get this. No, just do this, right? This being correct your belief systems, correct the way you're looking at stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, then you can assure that just by laws, just how things go spiritually, that'll happen, right? You will, get some amassing, you know what I mean? Whether it be material or spiritually, right? All right, let us talk to the tarot. See what the tarot talk about the week. See that Nine of Cups coming up there saying hello. Burdens, lessening, stuff like that. The world. But I ain't saying nothing. Alright, let's see. Okay. We got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. And the Two of Wands. Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. Alright, and nothing else, pretty much. Alright, so the Knight and the Two. So this is about taking action on your plans. You know, this is about taking action on your plans, right? You know, initiative, right? Being on your forward foot, on your go, right? Be mindful of your plans. But again, this guy can be like line 1 in the 32, right? Impetuous. This guy can be impetuous. So this is about, you know, tempering yourself. You got to move. You got to move on this, you know, your plans, what you set before you. You know what I'm saying? You know, so this is saying definitely do that. But, you know, yeah, and there can be a good result, you know. It's about working with people this week. You know, you want to work with people, you know. You want to come out come out of your, you know, kind of your hangman, right? Hangman is underneath Three of Pentacles. So it's like, you know what I mean? Come out of your being by yourself kind of thing. Let's just get out into the open, you know what I mean? And start talking to folk, right? But be light on your expectations, the expectations that you put on others, the expectations of what you're going to get. Just do the thing because you got to do it. You planned it, right? Go for your plans, period. Don't be impetuous, though. Don't do it with the mind to, you know, the end. Just harvest the field for the sake of harvesting. You got to go ahead and, you know, get the harvest going, right? But don't go ahead and put the judgments on it, like, you know, yeah, start counting your money before you get it. You know, being impetuous, etc. You know, just work to your plans. Work on your plans, man. Work on your plans. That's what we're doing here. That's what it's looking like to me. Yeah. So, yeah, man, with that, we're going to say that is it. All right, so, but, you know, what we're going to do, right, while I got y'all all here at the same time, is we're going to read for the week, right? We're going to do the tarot breakdown with the quickness, right? All one take in the situation. You know, save time and space. You know what I'm saying? There are, you know, there's some stuff I actually have to get to in a minute. So let's go ahead and get this tarot read for the week. All right, we got one. And we're going to call that Monday, right? That reading that just fell is today. That's 2 model, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8 came up. Whoa. We got all kinds of stuff jumping out. Alright, so, but this is jumping the gun. We're going to take what we're talking about here. Alright, well, we will say the couch card is the sun. Why'd that rhyme? I don't know. The couch card is the sun in reverse. Alright, so what's that about? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right? And the extra card. Alright, so yeah, the extra card is where we put the bottom. So let's see, what is this extra card? Ah, it's the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, so there's negativities afoot, right? There's some, you know, looks like that naked bet is in the house. All right, but the week isn't so bad. Let's see. We got, for today, we got the 2 of Swords today. 2 of Swords. So you see this guy depicted in the 2 of Swords. There's an argument going on. I can't get the light right. The argument going on, and he's not trying to hear it, right? So, you know, there is some level of, you know, conflict between parties. This is also, between personal thoughts, someone having conflict in his head, right? Decisions have to be made, and he's in the center of two opposing parties. So look out for that today. Look out for, indecisiveness, needing to make a decision and having an issue about it. All right. Tomorrow, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, right? Everything is looking, that wheel is turning in your favor tomorrow, right? So, whatever you're looking to do, you should see progress tomorrow. Pardon me. You should see progress tomorrow, all right? Wednesday, the Lover's card. The Lover's card. So, it's two things jumping up here. One, it's a choice. A decision is being made on some things, right? And two, there is some love in the air, right? Perhaps you're making a decision on, someone to go to, right? Or someone to give to, someone to, a decision about someone, two people or three, right? You got some choices there. But, yeah, this is about a decision, making choices on Wednesday, hump day. Okay, on Thursday, we got the Queen of Cups. This is Ma'at. Ma'at on Thursday. This could also be offset, but I'm seeing it as Ma'at on Thursday. So somebody is super sweet, and yeah, we go. There's a sweetness going on Thursday, right? I like the way she sits in the water. Yeah, man. So this is about, someone is, sweet and spiritual and, mindful of taking care. Is that you? Be that. How about be that? Be that person on Thursday. Friday, you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So, we try not to fight today. You know what I mean? If we fight, we're going to lose. This is an L right here. This is someone taking an L because they're trying to get their fight on, and it's not the energy. Today is not the energy for fighting. Till my Friday, right? Saturday, 10 of Cups. All right, so this is the culmination of good stuff, right? This is when things get good, right? This could be, some level of happiness dealing with family, right? Or the group, right? Some level of gathering, right? Celebrations, things like this, right? Yeah, Saturday looks very, very bright, okay? Sunday, a lot of cups this week. More than anything, it's cups. There's cups and swords this week. Sunday is the Page of Cups. Right? Page of Cups on Sunday. So, this could be, someone revealing a crush, right? This could also be someone apologizing for some, messed up, something they did, some breach of behavior, protocols or whatever. Right? Someone did the wrong thing, so they saying, I'm sorry, right? That could be going down on Sunday, right? So, yeah, the couch cards are the only thing of concern, though, because we got the Sun in the reverse, and we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, Four of Wands, and in this card, it's about people celebrating somebody, in this deck, rather. It's about, celebrations being sullied, right? Perhaps there is a loss of reputation. Perhaps there's something going on in the background that is not being seen with the Sun card, right? That causes, either a loss of reputation or a perceived loss, right? Ultimately, if you're mindful of that sebek this week, right? You're mindful of your sebek, then you're going to be all right, right? If you look to open in the way, right? Getting with that sebek, whichever sebek mantra you use, you want to be chanting the sebek this week to bolster the positivities in the situation. and knock down the negativities. All right. So yeah, that is the reading, folks. With that, I'm going to say peace and love. We're going to come back and do it again next week. Peace.